Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to my first ever series that I'm going to do. And this series is going to be the road to a 94 Sham. Today I'll be going over everything that I'm using to farm bunker. I'll just be using a simple bunker buster Maya build. Makes this farm very simple. So basically what I'm using is the Pimpernel, and that's basically it. So you want to get a Pimpernel, high level. It doesn't matter if you're farming a bunker at level 80, like I'm doing. It doesn't really matter. If you get a level 80 Pimpernel, it's okay. But if you want to get a higher OP level Pimpernel and then go back to 0 OP and farm bunker just at base 80, then it works even better. But what I got is I'm using a corrosive Pimpernel. Not perfect, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter too much. I got a B shield. The B shield isn't necessary, but helps a lot. And then you got Bone of the Ancients for corrosive. Bone of the Ancients for whichever version of the Pimpernel you're using. That do not use fire. Fire will not work as well. And then also this Bored Trickster class mod. It doesn't matter what type of class mod you have, as long as it has +6 or +5 chain reaction. And so chain reaction is a skill all the way over on the cataclysm tree, however you want to pronounce that, and it's all the way down here, chain reaction. And it's while you have an enemy phase locked, all your shots that hit enemies have a chance to ricochet and hit another nearby enemy. And with the class mod, it goes up to 88%, which is crazy. So you can just spec normally, but make sure you put all 11 or 10 points into chain reaction, because you will need that. And personally, I like to go over to the motion tree and get suspension and quicken and subsequence is okay, but I just have it because that's part of my normal build. But you want quicken and as well as suspension, because suspension increases your duration and quicken increases cooldown, right? So how this is gonna work is that when I get up there and when he spawns, depending on where he spawns, well, yeah, of course, depending on where he spawns, I'll kind of show you a trick to tell where he's spawning at. So, like, if you come up here, boss price shows up, the battle is starting. So if you go to, like, right here, and if you see bunker, go right across the sky right there, he'll have a rotation there, see? So his rotation is going to start on this side. If you don't see bunker show up on this side, his rotation will start over there. And basically the rotation you want is the one where he comes up on this side and like takes a swoop downwards, just like that, and comes up. Because this is the best rotation. I would recommend turning your volume down a little. I need to do that as well. I'll do it right now, actually. There we go, that's a little better. And you see how he goes like that? That's what you want. So we'll need to go up here. And actually the enemies they don't have very good spawns right now. So sometimes the bunker will have a really good cycle, but the enemies won't have a really good cycle. So you want to just phase lock them and shoot like right about there. There you go. Sometimes it's a one shot, sometimes you kind of have to wait for it, but it is probably one of the best ways and most one of the best sounding, and like it's like, bruh, like, why wouldn't you want to kill him that way? I mean, if you want to use Gunzerker, if you want to use Salvador, go ahead. I mean, that works just as well. But this build is pretty easy to get and fairly easy to farm items for. It's not that difficult. Let's see if we get a Sham first run. We might. You never know. No Sham. That kind of sucks. Oh well. It's not. Shield recharge rate. That's decent loot. I might die here, but it's okay. This boy died. I'll just do that to him. And kind of what I like to do is I kind of just like to run around, grab like all 4-stack Iridiums, and then come back and check and see if there's any legendary drops out of there. And if there's not, just save quit and go back and forth. And that's all we'll have to do. And what I'm thinking is that these episodes will be on for like maybe 20-minute long episodes or so, maybe 30. It kind of just depends. I might record for like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure yet. As time goes on, I'll kind of figure out how I want to do things. But for now, I guess this is how it's gonna work, and it's kind of gonna have to be like gut, like how long do I want to farm in one run for, you know? So, and yeah, I'm playing on PlayStation 4, so if you want to, so like if you're jealous of people on PC being able to read-only farm and whatnot, just go type on YouTube read-only farming PS4, and you'll find some very excellent people with videos on how to read-only farm on console. Very efficient, and it's not that difficult. So that's how if you want to get better, if you want to get better pimpernels and your class mod stuff like that, then that's what you'll need to do. So sometimes it just does that, where it just like doesn't work the best, but he'll rotate here in a second, so we'll get fun to do that. And even, well, how it actually works, I forgot to say this, but the reason why chain reaction works on Bunker so well is because he has, if you see it, a lot of people that are watching this probably already know, but for the people that don't, he actually is 3 different entities on the map. If you can look on the map when he has his turrets up at the top, you'll see there is actually 3 markers, and those those are why chain reaction works so well with Bunker, because of those 3 separate entities on him. And the reason why you want to use the Pimpernel, it doesn't really work with any other sniper or anything else. Well, you could probably get it to work with some other stuff, but the Pimpernel is the best because it does that. It has the star out, and when those stars hit an enemy, they go out for another strike. And that is why the Pimpernel is so good for this, because if you get it centered right, and like right in the middle of his eye, like right there, yep, just like that. And if you get it centered right there, all 5 of those stars will land and connect, and will all transport into 5 more stars. And those all have the highest amount of damage possible, and can be procced to chain reaction, which is why this build works so well for Bunker. And it works well for anything else, you just need to make sure you phase lock an enemy before you do so. And the reason why it lags so much when you get a good chain reaction proc is because there's so many calculations going on between the B shield, between the chain reaction damage bonus, between every single shot from the Pimpernel that hits, that connects. There's just so many calculations going on in that span of like 5 seconds, so there's a lot. That's why it lags so much. There's a lot of stuff going on. An absolute ton of stuff. I actually might be full on iridium. I am very full. Oh well, that's okay. I guess I won't pick up iridium. Yeah, and this little gun, his plasma cannon, is that what it is? I don't know, but it's his gun on the bottom when he gets to like his final phase. Does drop loot and has a chance to drop legendaries. I have gotten roll drops from that before, so I would highly recommend staying around and making sure that his turret doesn't drop a legendary, because one time I did save quit, and right as I save quit, I saw a drop come out. Like, you know when you save quit and then like you hit the save quit button and then it like goes out and like continues the game for like another half second, and that half second I saw a legendary drop. Horrible time. Oh man, yeah, it was not fun, but you know, you stick through it. Grinding for 94 sham, like it's hard. Like man, it's hard to even get a sham to spawn sometimes. Like when I was testing this build yesterday, to making sure and practicing of course to make sure I knew how to do it, I couldn't even get a sham to spawn. I farmed probably 50 times and didn't get a single sham. Just some bad RNG. I mean, it happens every once in a while. Like every once in a while, like especially if you're doing. I feel like especially that happens to me when I'm farming for God, what's it called? Man, I just can't remember what it's called now. Do I have one in my inventory? I probably do. Let's see. What is it called? The Lyuda. When you're farming for a Lyuda, sometimes, for me especially, it just feels like I have the worst RNG for it in the game. Like, sometimes I just can't get one to drop. Like, 100 runs in a row, nothing. I'll get like 10 Baruchs, you know, but nothing, no layers, nothing. It's just so infuriating sometimes, you know. But that's, I mean, that's what this game is about. It's about farming. Like, you gotta know what you're doing. And I mean, every once in a while you'll have like you'll set up different routes and stuff, and you'll figure out which way you like to farm the best and whatnot. But sometimes it just doesn't work, you know. So it's just kind of a game of sticking through it. And sometimes, if you're having trouble farming, I would highly recommend just like taking a break. Like taking a, if you farm for even like 50 runs in a row and you're getting upset and not getting anything to drop, take a break. Take a break for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then come back and farm again, because it really helps. It really does. And I do it all the time, especially when I get nothing to drop. Now I'll take a break. Maybe even take a nap for a while. And then come back and farm more, and then I'll get it a first drop. It's just how it works. It just happens. Gen with no drop, it's okay. Not another gun. Save quit. Ugh. Yeah, and I kinda wanted to do this little bit of a playthrough to preface Borderlands 3, because Borderlands 3 looks like, let's be honest, it looks really good. I kind of have it from the stuff I've seen. I've kind of wanted to keep it hidden from my view, if you will. Just to kind of, from spoilers, because I don't really like, especially with new games, like the new Modern Warfare game, I kind of haven't really watched anything of that. Even with Borderlands 3, I haven't watched anything of it. I kind of want to wait until I feel like I want to buy it to play it out all for myself, because it's just kind of how I like to play new games. Like it's kind of encapsulating me that way, if you will. But I've heard a few stuff about some new characters. I heard Black with his pets. That's a really cool idea, in my opinion. I think it sounds amazing. Yeah, I would also recommend turning the volume down a little if you have high volume right now, because that'll get loud. I'm sorry if I forgot to mention that earlier. Yep, but every once in a while you get a really good shot on him, and it's kind of just like, I mean, even if you don't one-shot him, it's still a really fast farm. So, that's why I chose Maya again, with, like, my hater axe. When I did the one-shot hater axe build, I still have the stuff on me, because, why not, like, because I still farm hater axe every once in a while, but yeah, I really appreciate all the support I got on that video. A lot of people were being really nice, and I really appreciate it, so. And that video was really pretty effortless to make, and there's a lot of good people out there that do an excellent job at describing how that farm worked, but just most of them left out a few bits and pieces of stuff, just a few. And apparently I was able to cover it very well, and was able to describe everything very well. So. And the only thing I felt like I could have done extra was tell people where the hidden chest was, but I didn't, because that would have extended the video more than it had to be. But if you guys want a hidden chest, you can just tell me in the comments. The hidden chest on that area, you can just tell me in the comments, because I will certainly do it. But there's tons of videos, so you don't really have to. If you want to watch me do it, then you can just tell me in the comments. But if not, then yeah, just go look up Hater X Hidden Chest, and that's it, on Borderlands 2. That's it, and you'll find it, because there are tons of people out there doing Borderlands content. Even still, there's tons. That's what's nice about this game, is that I was introduced to the game a long time ago, from when it first came out, I'm pretty sure, by my older brother, and he was pretty good at the game. He was pretty good. I think max level that time was 50, maybe. God, that was such a long time ago though. I think max level was 50, and I think he was at it, and he was doing... I don't even remember if OP levels were out, but if they were, then he was probably doing them, and if I were to think correctly, he would have been doing them. But yeah, I really appreciate my brother for everything he's doing, and for everything he's done. But, you know, and now I'm here, doing what he was doing 5 years ago. Probably Borderlands 2, you know. Just, life goes round, and around, and around, and around. All the time, man. It's kind of crazy to think that this game's been out for... How long has this game been out? Like 4, 5, 6 years? I don't really want to look it up, so if you know, just leave it in the comments below. That'd be appreciated. And I'll heart your comment or something. Because you helped me out, but you know. Yeah, but I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to upload bunker farming at I will try to do it every day. I'm gonna try to upload every day. And that'll be my goal, because I kind of want to start becoming more YouTube is starting to become more and more mainstream, if you will, and I kind of like to hop in on that, you know. So I've been doing lots of stuff, but I kind of want Borderlands to start being the game I upload, you know, because with Borderlands 3 coming out, and in maybe a year or so, well, no, Borderlands is going to come out here pretty soon, but in about a year or so, I think, man, I don't even know, I'm still not sure, but I'd like to have this YouTube as a side job would be very, ideal, in a sense, because I know tons of people that do YouTube as a side job, and they love it, just tons of people, I think, one of the ones that immediately comes to mind is Russian Badger. He works side job, he works YouTube as a side job, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. He's making money, and but he's also working a different job, so he's making more money from his job and money off YouTube as well. So if you can get sponsored deals, of course he'll get more, and you can do stuff like that. So it would be cool. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do for my YouTube career, if that makes sense. I've kind of been bouncing around between Black Ops, in the old days, Skyrim, a little bit of Skyrim, a bunch of stuff. If you guys are curious what that sound is, that is actually the beast shield right now. That's the amp shield. That is indeed the amp. Yep. And the field is pretty nice. Especially, I think I have an OP3, because I haven't done all the OP levels on this character. I've only done 3 of them, because I kind of didn't want to go through it all again. So, I only did 3, but what I do for farming stuff is I get high level gear and then go back to level 80 to farm for stuff, especially like the Sham. I don't really want an OP8 Sham. It's not really necessary for me right now, especially since I'm gonna not be really playing Borderlands 2 as much when Borderlands 3 comes out. I might come back, I'll probably come back to it every once in a while, to just kind of look at what I've done, you know? Look and see what I've done. I love getting out of the map. Getting out of the map is probably one of my favorite things to do in this game, because it's so open. This game is so open. That's probably what I love about these. I don't even know what to call these type of games. Open world? Is that the thing? Even though there's areas that you are kind of confined to. I don't know. Leave it in the comments what you think it's called, or if there is a specific name for it. But I just love games like this, like games like this, GTA is massive actually. Dead Island is open world, and you can go everywhere on that map, on that game. And I just love that style of games. Even when I was younger, like mobile games, I would just destroy. You know, like any of the as young kids, if any of you went on on your phones, or if any of you are young kids and went go on your phones and get like any like car games or whatever, you know, like Asphalt, for example. It's pretty patched up, but you could just get out of so many of those games that they're just overlooked. So many features are overlooked, and that's what I loved about mobile games so much, is that they didn't really have as much there we go. And they don't really have as much funding for the games because they're mobile games, of course. So they weren't a lot of features and glitches were overlooked by the dev teams. So you could just do tons of stuff. Why, hello there. You could just do tons of stuff in those games, and that's probably where it started. Even in Skyrim, like in Fallout, I would get out of the map constantly, and with like Fallout 76, that, you know, it was that Fallout 76 is pretty mediocre, and wow, okay bunker. Fallout 76 I heard was not the best, and I played it a little, and it wasn't that good when it came out, but it was decent, you know. And I haven't really heard that much. I don't think I've gotten any better, sadly, so I haven't really gone back to revisit it. But I really enjoyed playing Fallout 76. I don't know what it was about the game, but I just really enjoyed it for some reason. And it felt fun to me. It was a multiplayer Fallout, and I enjoyed it, but a lot of people did not. And yeah, it was a pretty buggy game. It was pretty buggy, but. And they didn't really do anything, but I'm waiting. I just want the new Elder Scrolls game to come out. That game is going to be fun to play as well. Ugh, man. And yeah, I'm playing on PS4. If any of you were wondering, and if any of you couldn't tell. Yeah, I'm playing on PS4, that's why the load screens are so long, which is kind of annoying, but, you know, you have to push through it, and I mean, playing on PS4 and PlayStation, on the PlayStation franchise, for so long, I kind of get used to it. Like, I think I played on PC once for about a year, but all I ever really played was like RuneScape. You know, all I ever did was play RuneScape, and I think there was one other game I did. I don't remember what it was. No. Okay. All I think I ever did was really play RuneScape. Didn't really do anything else on PC. That was a long time ago, though. I had an old tower of some sort. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't a bad tower, but it's not like it was a good PC. You know. My boys got supplies for you. Look for the buzzard with the white beacon. Help coming up top by the waterfall. Yep. Yeah, but I really enjoyed this game. I really do enjoy it, and I had Borderlands 2, and I had some of the DLCs for it. But if any of you didn't know, the Handsome Collection actually got released for the PlayStation Plus deals about 2 or 3 months ago, I think, or something about there. And so I was able to get that, and now I have all the DLCs and stuff, which is really nice. So I was able to hit Bubble Cat, do a bunch of stuff. Oh, see, there's a world drop. That's a world drop. Hammer Buster. Yeah. Not the best. That's not too bad, but the Hammer Buster, I don't really like a lot of the Jacob's rifles. On the PS4, they've kind of been really buggy recently for some reason, and that they don't like shoot sometimes when you pull the trigger. I think it just has something to do with oh, there's a Sham. I did not even see that. That doesn't make it exactly. Might be around the 80s. I don't know all the fuel. I don't know all the parts yet, and I don't think I'm ever gonna figure out what the parts are. But I do have a Sham, and I think it has parts like that. 90? That's the highest Sham I've ever gotten. If I'm not mistaken, I needed a different part right there, right? I needed the actual Malawan part, I think. Malawan, is that correct? I think. It's the one with like the points on it. I'll show you. I think I have one with a part in my inventory still, I think. Let's look. No, I don't. No, I don't. Oh, well. Yeah, but I don't. That's a good Sham. That's a high 2 Sham. I haven't gotten that good of a Sham yet. That's my highest level. Cool. 90 Sham. Good start. How many runs was that? Like 10 to start off or something? That's pretty good. First Sham of the playthrough, first day. That's pretty good. I'd say if I can get 2, I kind of want to do maybe 20 runs a day or something like that. You can all I don't know how long this video is going to turn out. I think so far I've been going for about, I want to say probably 20 minutes, but I'm not sure. So I think I might do 10 more runs of bunker and then call it, or maybe a little less. If I get another Sham before 10 is over, then I'll end it. But yeah, I'll do 10 more, I think. Ugh. Where's he going? Nice. Good rotation. See if we can get a good spawn now. Because even if, nope, that stuff, it goes up like that, but yeah, it's like one of the worst rotations you can get it to this side, up top.
Stay put.
Yeah, you have to unload a lot into them. Like, even sometimes I'll even all the time, I'll just, you wanna go, please? Thank you. Even a lot of the time, you'll see me, shoot like 4 times at him, just in case, because sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes it just doesn't, like, sometimes you hit it wrong, because there's a very fine spot, like, it's like the size of like 4 pixels where you have to hit to get it perfect. And in my opinion, just shoot with this build. Just shoot like a whole mag of your shoot the whole mag of your Pimpernel into like his eye, like in his lower eye, to have the maximum chance to actually kill him in your first cycle, because that's kind of the ideal. Well, of course, the ideal timing. Oh, another world drop. Wow, that just showed up. The striker. That just showed up on the. Wow, that was a triple drop in 2 runs, wasn't it? Because the last drop was a double drop. Wow, last run was a double drop. I didn't even think about that. Wow. All right, so 2 world drops in a row. That's a striker. I don't know parts on the striker. That just showed up in like the God, in the loading screen last run, I think, as well. Nice, 2 world drops in a row. That's pretty good. That's not too bad.
Whoa.
That's probably one of the better sets of runs that I've had. Nice. Get 2 world drops and 1 Sham, 1 high level Sham. Very, very nice. And sometimes I'll probably just, what I'll do is I'll probably just even upload, because I kind of want to just have it be like a daily thing, because I don't really want to spend 4 hours farming bunker in a row. So I think I'll just do like half an hour or so a day of farming bunker and upload that, whether I did a Sham or not that day, or a world drop or not that day. So if it's like a completely boring day, then it'll just be a boring video for the day, I guess. Because kind of how I wanted to do it was, I don't have time or the energy, for that matter, to just farm for 4 hours in a row, the same thing for 4 hours. I just can't do it. I'm just not that dedicated. So what I like to do with most stuff is just to yeah, it's just to segment it and not do as much. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, not do as much per day, but do a lot of days. That is what I like to do most. And that is probably what I've always done with everything, to be completely honest. That's like farming related. It's hard to think of, like with Skyrim, when I was going for platinum, I would do one of the, because I had, because what, if any of you have platinum Skyrim, you know that there are some really annoying trophies to get, and in my opinion, one of the most annoying ones was that you had to get all of the Daedric artifacts, but it wasn't really get all of the Daedric artifacts, because some quests offer multiple Daedric artifacts as rewards, you know? So, and the one video I did of the Daedric artifact getting, I got the wrong one, and I didn't even know about it, but I got the wrong one. And so, when I finished off doing all the Daedric quests, the trophy didn't show up, and so I googled it and made sure I didn't have any other quests to do and whatnot. But there's some, because it was the one, it just said that there was some quests that offered more than one, and that you need a specific set. So I kind of just, and after that, I kind of just quit Skyrim for like 2 years, and then came back to it. 2 years, probably a year, probably not 2, and then eventually came back to it and platinumed it. But it just took so long, and kind of what I did was I just did one Daedric quest a day. Unless I like just really wanted to play Skyrim that day, I would do a few. But I would just, because that was the last quest I needed. That was the last trophy achievement that I needed for platinum. So I just straight up would do one a day. Because I was just really burnt out at Skyrim at that point. I was just really annoyed. So yeah, I just took a break and just did one a day when I got back on and got the platinum for it, and I am happy with myself that I got the platinum for Skyrim, because I love Skyrim. Skyrim is probably one of my favorite games ever, to be completely honest. I love Skyrim. The franchise is amazing. Well, no, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. The Elder Scrolls. Sham is probably one of my... Sham is probably one of my most favorite out of the franchise, to be honest. I love Skyrim so much. And if any of you ever played Elder Scrolls Online, please tell me how you enjoy that game. Because I'll be honest, I could not get into that game. I just couldn't. For some reason, I just didn't click for me. Like, it just didn't. And I would see people, like, even my friends, at, like, max level. Was max level 800 or something in that game? And I would just be like, how much hours? If you're max level, tell me how many hours you have in Elder Scrolls Online. Because, is it high? If it's high, then, like, I don't know. But... And if any of you are like super heavy players of that game, wrong option. And if any of you are super heavy players of that game and you've done like multiple runs, what is the fastest time to hit max level, if that's like even possible for any players of the franchise to hit max level on more than one character? Because I played it for probably a few weeks with one of my friends, and then uninstalled it because I wasn't having fun, and then later I reinstalled it, completed the main storyline, and uninstalled it. And because it's just not worth it in my opinion, because I don't know about on PC or about on Xbox, but I know on PlayStation 4 the game is like 130 gig. Like, it's just not worth it to have one game take up that much room for me and never play it, so I just don't have it installed. I mean, it's not like it was a really expensive game either. I think it was like $20 or something like that, but I just wasn't impressed with it. I could have gotten literally anything else and I would have been satisfied. I just could never get into it. I'm sure it's a decent game, but I just never could get into it. Never could. And I've never heard like any. I never watched any reviews on it or anything, but I don't know. If it was badly taken by the community, please let me know as well. Like Fallout 76 was. If it's the same, if it was the same with Elder Scrolls Online, please let me know. Because I just couldn't get into it. I just really couldn't. I'm not sure why. I mean, the world was massive, but there was a lot of pay-to-play content, if that makes sense. There was a lot that you had to pay for to explore. So like, because like they released tons of new maps. I want to say there was like probably like 6 or 7 DLCs that you could buy. And I mean, they weren't that expensive either, but it's kind of like how Destiny 2 did their game. Like if any of you are heavy players of Destiny 2, you'll know that they did the Black Armory kind of recently, and that you had to pay for a you had to pay a fee for like, see, I think how it worked was that you could pay for all of Black Armory, which was like 3 months of Black Armory, or you could pay per month, and I think for all 3 months it was like $40 for Black Armory, which was ridiculous. Right? I mean, after all 3 DLCs, like I got Destiny 2 for $50, got the first and second DLC for $30, and then got Forsaken, which was their 3rd DLC, for $50, because I pre-ordered it. Because Forsaken was like one of the best things to ever happen in that game. Don't at me. And then they came out with Black Armory, and I found out that you had to pay for it, and I was just like, okay, I'm done with the game. I just couldn't. They just like, how much money was that? So $40, $30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 120, 110, 110 or $120 that I'd spent on that game on just DLCs. That's nuts. That is insane. Like $120. Like, I mean, it was a good game. It was fun to play, but it was getting to be too much. You know, like, I mean, at some point you have to cut off, and you have to be responsible enough to realize that, you know, you're probably dumping too much money into this game. Like, come on, really? Uh-oh. But you have to know, like, you have to know when the line gets too thin, and when the devs cross that thin line. So like, and for me, Black Armory being another paywall crossed the line. Like, I was just done. That's too much money. Like, I already spent $50, and then they want the player base to pay another $50 for all of Black Armory, which had tons of new weapons, tons of new cool weapons. Like, in my opinion, this wasn't good. It just wasn't the play. And I don't know. I just couldn't do it. And I've heard that the new power rank or whatever power level has gone up to like 900 or something like that. Or something, I don't remember, because they added a new Dawning, is that the right word? But it was like the new armor event that they did before Forsaken. And yeah, well, if any of you know anything, not, and I know back when I was playing, I had a group of friends that I played it with, and a lot of my friends were like, I don't remember if it was like a if it was a confirmed thing or not, but a lot of my friends were talking about Destiny 3 being like an MMO style.
That is loud.
So like you would have action skills and whatnot, and a lot of people are also talking about it being a first-person MMO, which, in my opinion, would be pretty cool, because I don't think there really has been any other first-person MMO styles, and if there have, well, besides Elder Scrolls ESO, but that game's first-person was kind of mediocre. If there are any other first-person MMOs, you can let me know. But I think personally, I think it would be really cool if Destiny 3 was like that first-person MMO style, because I feel like they could do it really well with their dev team. I think it could work very well. And kind of have it be like a Borderlands, like where it might not necessarily be like 30-person worlds, but smaller lobbies that you could have friends join and whatnot, that you could just you can just farm by yourselves and whatnot. I feel like that'd be really cool. Maybe not like a single host, so like, especially with this game, if you're doing multiplayer farming, it just doesn't work, because you have to save quit, and it throws your teammate out of the game as well, because you're the host. Well, he's the host when you save quit, so you both have to save quit, which is kind of one of my pet peeves about this game. Is just its multiplayer is not really that well made. Well, I don't even know. I don't know what term I would use to describe the multiplayer. It's kind of just not complete, because they could have done a lot with the multiplayer, and I think especially because Gearbox, kind of knowing that the game is based around farming, they could have made multiplayer farming more worth it in a sense. Because even if you watch like a bunch of these big streamers doing co-op stuff, they rarely farm in multiplayer. They might play in multiplayer, but a lot of them rarely farm together in multiplayer, because it's just not efficient. So that's kind of one of my pet peeves about this game. It's not a very big one, but I mean, like, it's kind of something that they could have done. Oh, is that a drop? No, it wasn't. Oh, it was a drop. I did see a drop. Cool. Alright. So that's 2 roll drops, 2 normal drops in this episode so far. I think I'll do, let's do like 2 more. I haven't been really keeping track, so let's do like 2 or 3 more. Man. But if I get a 94 Sham, I'm gonna be very, very nice. I'm gonna be very proud, because I think actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue this series through Borderlands 3, because if I could get a 94 Sham before Borderlands 3 came out, that would be amazing. That would be like life goal completed. It'd be nuts. But even if I could get a 94 Sham when Borderlands 3 came out, it would still be cool. Like, it would because it's kind of like a bucket list thing for Borderlands for me, for the Borderlands franchise. And then I'd have video evidence of it, which would be amazing in my opinion. It would be like one of the coolest things I've ever done in game. It was fun for a 94 Sham, and then I'd have video evidence to prove it, and I'd be like, hey, and then people would be like, prove it, and then I could show them and be like, hey, I did actually fight for this. So that's kind of just one of my, I think it would be really cool, because I remember back when I started playing this, I got a Sham the first run, my first ever run of Bunker, ever. And I didn't even know what it was. And it was I'm pretty sure it was a high tier, but it was low level. It was like level 20, or whatever level is the lowest level for a Sham you can get. Because I think on normal mode, I think Bunker scales to 25, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong. But it was a super low level Sham. It had like 2,000 carry capacity though, so it was okay capacity for that low of a level. But I think it was like an 87%. If you want to believe me, you can, but I don't think I have Sham anymore, so it's completely fine if you don't believe me. I don't really care. But I'm pretty sure it was though. And I was kind of one of those players that kind of played without knowing anything for a while, so I would get like high tier weapons and then sell them because I didn't know what they were and how rare they were. So like I'd get like God, I didn't even remember. I think it was one of my friends that got a bada boom on his first time going through the blight, and sold it. And he told me afterwards, I got this cool rocket launcher that was worth like $10,000, and I sold it. And I was like, what was it called? And it was like, it was a bada boom, I think. And I was upset because he sold it, you know. Ah, man, good times. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do one more run after this one, and we'll see. We will see, indeed. And I don't know. I'm not sure how long this video will be. If it's quite long, I'm sorry, but I kind of actually enjoy doing these commentaries. It's kind of been all over the place, and unscripted commentaries are probably one of my favorite things because it's kind of just like, where is it gonna go? And that's kind of why I find streaming interesting as well, because you actually kind of have stuff to go off of, whereas in just for doing videos and doing live commentaries, you don't really have anything to go off of, and you kind of just go where your mind takes you, you know? Come on, there we go. Okay. Nice. Go, bunker. Go away. Oh man. Yeah, man, but I really do. I really enjoy this game. Like, this game is probably one of my, especially after, like, because I really needed a game to go back to, because I was playing a lot of Black Ops 4 for a while, because when Black Ops 4 came out, like 6 or 7 months ago now at this point, I went for Dark Matter and got Dark Matter, of course, yeah, as some people have seen in videos that I posted. But that just took, I think I got Dark Matter in like, God, I think I checked when I got Dark Matter and I had 5 days of playtime, I think. And I think the world record is 3 days, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure. And if it is 3 days, then, or if it's more than 3 days, like if it's 4 days, then I probably didn't get Dark Matter in 5 days, and probably was 6. So, come on, I keep on doing that. So, yeah, it probably was 6, but yeah, but I just really needed another game to go to after I got Dark Matter. So, I kind of went back to Borderlands, and I played a lot of Borderlands. Like, let's see. Let's check how much time I have on this character quick. Let's see. So, I have 4 days. Is that 4 days? Yeah, it's 4 days. 4 days. 4.5 days on this Siren. Which is kind of nuts in my eyes, because I haven't really been, because I restarted, because I had a level, because my first character was 0, of course, as lots of people, they went 0 first, and so I went 0, and I got to level 80, and I got to OP8. I did get to OP8, and that was before OP10 came out with their new DLC. And so, and then when I came back to the Borderlands, when the Handsome Collection came out, the Handsome Edition came out, Edition Collection, I don't remember what it's called, when that version came out for free, so I got back into the game and made a Siren, because, Sirens are really fun to play. It's my older brother and from a lot of people in general. So I made a Siren, and I actually, Siren's probably one of my favorite characters, because she's pretty diverse, actually, because she can be a healer. She can actually heal herself, which is probably one of my favorite things about the Siren, is that she can heal herself if you build her correctly. Because I very much dislike not having health. I don't know why, I just don't. Even if I have a super high capacity shield, I don't know why, I just don't like not having health. So, I don't know, it's kind of like an OCD thing. But, it's receiving that health bar and not moving at all in either direction, it kind of is just like annoying in a sense. So I like the health regen and like steel and such. Alright, last run. Can we get a Sham? Last run. Come on. Can we get a Sham? Sham. No Sham. Rip. Oh man. Could you not? Go. Kind of just check to make sure. Sometimes I miss drops. Every once in a while I will. Get a world drop maybe? No world drop either. Alright, well, this will do it. That'll do it for this episode. First episode, we get 2 Shams, 2 world drops, or no, not 2 Shams. We get 1 Sham, 1 of the SMGs, and 2 world drops. So that's actually really dope. That's a really dope first episode in my opinion. So yeah, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.